They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defense. Take up the space and let the linebackers run free. But he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now 2nd and 9. Now Richardson back to throw it. And the Jets pressure 2 notches. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
3rd and long for Richardson. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Rolling to his right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the shotgun, Richardson. They'll roll him out right. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a 1st down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Richardson to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Deebo Samuel, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty.
The playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you can get a little bit of rest as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Trader throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Trader. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, that's good for a 1st down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 49 yards.
And the Jets are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Point after try forthcoming. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Colts set to take over here offensively.
And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round. On the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Richardson to throw off play action.
And he will find his man Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Colts have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Carry by Taylor to start the drive. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Third and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. On 1st and 10, Schrader. Wilson's got it complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Schrader. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Richardson. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal.
Flushed out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Richardson looking to throw.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Thank goodness for heaters up here.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
And New York set to take the field. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? And let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how often does that team that's been playing before win game one? Right. Almost always. It feels that way anyway. When it's a one-shot deal like the NFL, that's critical. Because now you come in and you've got the momentum, you can take them out in that one game and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover, and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly, or this might be their last game.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This taken in right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this.
Jalen Johnson, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Looking to throw on second down. Schrader. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Schrader. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Back to throw. Schrader gets this one to Morris. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch. On second down, it's Taylor, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground, 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run. Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the gun on third down, Schrader. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. On first down, Trader. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Trayvon Walker from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Operating from the gun, Trader. And his throw here is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. I got nothing after that try.
Yeah, don't even try.
I mean, he tried it from the parking lot. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
They go play action with Richardson. Out to his left. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
flag accepted.
Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field. They will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Schrader. And that's Elliott, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Operating from the gun, Schrader. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Josh Allen from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
To throw on 2nd down, Schrader.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Okay, ready?
first down. They'll go to the ground attack. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
That's going to be taken in by Downs. And the Colts are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Colts continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Looking to throw. Trader. Catch made right side by Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On third down, Trader. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Well, the Colts will play again next weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.